So folks, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your lab, how to set up your uh, lab for your cybersecurity, how to set up a lab for your computer networking. And it is going to be pretty much free because I'll show you the tool what you need, and following the instruction you will be able to have your lab on your computer on the go. So free tools available and simple and easy to use. So basically this will help you learn the tool you required going forward for cybersecurity or for computer networking. And basically you have to have a network. Even if you have two laptops at your home, you can do that because you have a Wi-Fi at home. So basically, in a nutshell, you already have a network, but you need to learn how the network works and how these things work. So best way, you can always start with your home. If you have two computers, three computers at home, you can do that. Or best way is to set up the lab on your computer, because then you will learn the concepts around virtualization and how these things work. So maybe I'll be putting more videos. So for this particular lab, what do you need to have in this lab? We'll talk about how to install a virtual box for Mac. I have Mac. You can download for Windows. So I'll just search it and I'll just show you how to do it, and then following the instruction, you can do same exactly on your computer, on MacBook or something. So this is Oracle VM VirtualBox, or it's a virtualbox.org. Whichever the link is, you go there, you download it. Once you download the link from here, it's very easy and simple to set it up. So instructions are there. What I'm gonna do is that go to download, and from there I'm going to download this VirtualBox for my MacBook. So if you're Windows, you can run from Windows, or you have operating system OS X. If you want it to it, you have Linux distribution. As you can see, if you go all the way down, you can see all these things available. So let's allow, and then we'll see that this is DMG file being downloaded. So what is downloaded is pretty fast. Once there, we go in there, double click on it, and then we should be able to um, do it. So what is going to do in the background, it's opening the file, extracting it, and then it will walk us through the way how to set it up. So this VirtualBox is free. If you have Windows, follow the steps, download it. Or if you have Mac, you can follow the step same as I'm doing it here. And this way I will be able to set up more machine on top of my MacBook. So what we're gonna do, we double click on it, and then wait for the installation to complete. Double click the icon. Okay, let's say it didn't happen. Okay, here you go. It may prompt me to put some password because we're going to make any system level changes. This is what I'm expecting. If it does not, okay, so this package will run on program to determine the software to be installed. So make sure your internet is connected. You can install the change location, which I'm not going to do it, which is fine. It will require this much space. I have ton of space available. Here you go. I got my password here, and now as you can see, it is going to start the actual installation of the file. So I'll let it run. Let me see if it's going to take more time. It's going to take about 5 minutes. So let's see. Maybe I can just pause the video, or depending as I'm recording it, or it's saying it's gonna less than a minute, so pretty fast. So, or you can skip the video and move forward. So as installation is being done, basically what we are doing here is setting up a virtual environment. Okay, this extension is blocked, so yeah, it's a security thing. So what I'm gonna do is that I'll click on this and I'll go to the security, and it will pop up, and then we'll have to allow it. For this, I'll have to click here. Then I will have to make sure it's allowed. We'll have to look that up. It's in general fault. This is not enabled. Basically, let's look into the advanced. Basically what I'm looking for is to have this virtual box be able to get the installation done. Okay, so since I took the action already, so what it did, it allowed the file to be written and make changes in the system basically. And this is what I'm going to do, is move the DMG file, the downloadable file, to the trash because I don't need it anymore. So this is done here. Basically we'll exit out of it, and from here and from here. So what I'm gonna see next thing is the virtual box here on my computer. Here is the virtual box. I'm gonna launch it, and once we launch the virtual box, then the next step would be to have virtual machines installed on that. So we'll just wait. So here you go. So now we have this virtualization or hypervisor, basically. In other terms, if you go to learn about cloud computing, something called hypervisor. So basically this is the same concept here. This is a hypervisor on this. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to add a new machine, which could be Kali Linux. You have to set it up. You can put Windows 7, as you can see, or you can add a machine. So depending what you are going to set up, you'll have to have the binaries available. Okay, and then once you have the binaries available, then you can have to, for that particular operating system basically. So what you'll have to do is that next you'll have to go to their, for example, on the Google, you can go to there. What you're going to do is that go to the Google, and then we'll have to download Kali Linux, and you just download it, Kali Linux here, and then what's going to happen is you'll have to download the ISO file for Intel based. So if your processor is Intel based, you'll have to do it. If your processor is not, then you'll have to download the package itself. So mostly all these laptops, they come with Intel based, so you should be fine. Basically ISO is a file, it's an image file. You'll have to download it, and then you can directly just get this thing installed. So what I'm looking for is looking for a package for MacBook, and if it's available I can show you here, but if not, then this is something you'll have to do it. So let me see, the Kali via for torrent file. Let's see, it says we go to the download page. Right, so bare metal, we are not directly deploying on the hardware, we are deploying it on a machine. Like I have this machine, which is my MacBook, so this is it. But again, there are different binaries available. For example, so here in this particular scenario, we have this one available, 32-bit, 64-bit. I have a 64-bit, and it's a virtual box, right? So here I will come and download here is the virtual box. So as you can see, Kali Linux is being downloaded for a virtual box, right? So if you have a VMware, you'll have to download the particular binaries is specific to VMware. As you can see, it's a 3.9 gigs. It's gonna take time. And if you have 32-bit operating system, which mostly unlikely the case, all these new machine, if you have been buying it for the last 3 or 5 years, they are pretty much all 64-bit. So once download gets completed, what you'll have to do is come back here, and then you have to add it, and then you have to define your Kali Linux file. And let's say if I have in downloads here, I'll come back and I'll define this particular thing, and that should take care of that. So that's in a nutshell. I'll wait, or maybe I can show you in the next video, but this is your very first step, where you have to have this tool available. Follow the instructions, and let me know depending on time if I try to cover it. But this is a tool you need to have. Then you can have Windows 7, you can have Linux machine on top of that on just one computer. So the pro tip here is you got to have more memory, and if you have 100 gigs of free space available, you have 16 gigs of RAM, you can easily run 4 machines on this. So I hope this is helpful, and again, don't forget to browse these things like network. You can create the virtual network here, media here, you can add the media, CD-ROM properties and all that stuff. So if you dig into that, play around with that, you will understand how these things work. So I'll try my best to have Kali Linux installation covered in the next video, but for now, this is how you can set up your lab at no cost. I hope this is helpful. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you and bye.